Hi, Jason Clank here, and I am doing this podcast video being sponsored by JJK Professional Services, where JJK Professional Services are the leaders and innovators when it comes to organizational assessment and leadership strategies. I wanted to create this video today based on a blog post that I created just the other day, talking about how it can be very lonely at the top when you are in charge of a group, a team, an organization, and you're the number one, so to say. It can be very lonely at the top. It's one of my favorite sayings when the 2 years that I was fire chief is when the buck stops at you and you have the absolute ownership of everything that is going on in the organization. When you go and look around for direction or another opinion, it may or may not be there because the buck stops with you and you are the ultimate decision maker. You're the ultimate driver of the organization. And it makes that isolation as the number one very real. The one thing to keep focus on is if you're at the top of the organization, the top of the organizational chart, the number one is that, if you build a supportive and interactive leadership team, it makes the top level decisions so much more easier. Your leadership team should be there to promote the mission of the organization, the team, the group, and all of the initiatives to your personnel as a united front. So if you have upper level management working side by side with you, when you put out initiatives, direction, policies, it should be as a united front. If there are any disagreements about within the upper level management, those disagreements should be handled and sorted out behind closed doors, because there's nothing more counterproductive and causes more disruption and insecurity among your people is when the upper management comes out and disagrees in front of everyone about a direction, a policy, an initiative. And just watching that really is detrimental to your overall day-to-day operations. You need to lead by example. Your leadership team should be able to handle all of those day-to-day operational decisions on their particular level of supervisory capability. So one of the modes of management that I took when I was fire chief is, the lower management being the line officers, lieutenants, the captains, and then the station captain should handle their duties and supervising their people at their level without it having to run up the chain all the time to the chief's office or the upper management office. And if there's a situation that's grave enough or a situation that warrants the attention of that upper management level, the lower management supervisors will make sure that the upper management is notified of the situation. Otherwise, they should be empowered to make decisions that are in the best interest of the organization. Now, if they make decisions that ultimately go against policy, go against procedure, maybe ultimately kind of buck the system, so to say, then that's where the absolute ownership of the upper management, the number one person, needs to take a hold in order to guide it back to where the certain operation should go to. The middle and lower management supervisors and such should be comfortable enough to create their own plans in order to accomplish a goal or accomplish a mission. And if they see one of your plans as the top person in the organization that may, as they step back and look at it, that may not work out as it should, or maybe have a negative effect, they should also be comfortable enough to come to you and say, hey, listen, I see that you made this plan to go and do XYZ, but here is where I think, STU is more beneficial to what we're trying to accomplish, and have a conversation that way. There should be, very rare occasions where personnel should feel compelled to jump over their immediate supervisor or manager in order to go straight to the upper level management. There should be very few situations that occurs. If the concern is large enough, again, it will get elevated upward as it should. True leaders lead. Managers manage day by day just by putting out fires. And true leaders empower their people. True leaders allow their people to take ownership in the mission and the outcome of the mission in order to ultimately come to the same results and conclusions that ultimately benefit the team and the organization. So I wanted to create this video today to discuss about that hierarchy of management, that hierarchy of supervision, the levels of management and supervision, and where each lies within the organizational chart on a day-to-day basis. If there's anything at all that we can do for you, or I can do for you, don't hesitate to reach out. Please feel free to check out our website at jjkprofessionalservices.com. And with that, have a great day.